Five, four, three, two, one.
Good evening. Good evening, you all. My name is Bobby Lee. Now listen, the last podcast I did was a little crazy because I had no sleep. Mm-hmm. I thought it was a little wild. Mm-hmm. I was a little unhinged. For this one, I'm going to be more like this. Mm-hmm. Like
PC Bob.
PC Bob.
Lawrence Fishburne.
More like Lawrence Fishburne. Thank you.
Really good
like
tone.
Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah, I want to be more like Morpheus. This is Morpheus.
Yes.
Welcome to the Matrix.
Where am I?
Matrix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Take the fucking pill now.
Okay.
Bend over.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Morpheus?
This is a different kind of Matrix.
Morpheus.
Yeah. We have tonight. Tonight we have George is still here. He's white.
Unfortunately for all of us.
He's white. He's a piece of shit.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? But he is human and he's alive. His heart's beating.
Yes.
And he feels things. Correct?
Yeah, he's
Thank you.
Sentient, yeah.
We have
Sentient, like a cow.
we have Bryce in back of me, who is Dr. Rape Eyes, is like what I like to call him. You know what I mean? We just relax. I love you. And then we have flat-faced. We got flat-faced Island Gook.
Hi.
Lindsay, just relax. We got flat-faced Island Gook here.
Matrix.
Yeah,
This is the
this is the Matrix.
Yeah.
All right, so I can be racist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have my beautiful
thank
Japanese
God.
wife. Yeah,
she's Japanese.
My beautiful
okay.
Japanese girlfriend.
I'll take that.
Koloko. Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be myself now because that was weird. We have, listen, guys, everyone, listen. The sitcom that I'm on, the numbers were out of control. It was really like, it was beyond my expectations. And I want to credit TigerBelly fans because a lot of you, I made you watch it.
You did.
You know, a lot of you DVR'd it and
To series, not just the episode. They DVR'd it to series.
they DVR'd it to series. And God bless you. Take care. And you know I give you spiritual gifts. And so I'm going to speak in tongues a little bit. And you guys are going to get some real gifts this year. Watch. There you go.
I feel reborn.
Yeah, if you're a virgin, you're getting laid this year. If you're broke, you're gonna make $1 extra a week.
Oh,
That's a good time.
So you're making
And we have a fucking great guest, and I can't believe she even agreed to do it. I'm very so excited to do. Introduce her, everybody. She's on the sitcom that I'm on. She plays my wife in the show. Lindsay Price, everybody, give her a round of applause.
Hi.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi.
How many podcasts have you done?
This is my very first podcast.
Really? What? You've never been asked.
Nobody's asked me. No. Why? Should I be worried about that?
No. Don't worry about it.
I feel like we live in the podcasting is the underworld, and I feel like you live above the fray.
Yeah.
You're the cool people.
I'm not.
We're the dirty dogs of.
You're not cool.
I'm not cool. We were just like, I just had to ask you guys what an internet star is. I'm officially
Okay, well.
not cool.
You've never heard of Aquafina?
No.
Dumbfounded.
Nope.
David So.
It's all rappers,
No.
though.
Yeah, okay.
I have to say though that like maybe I've just been sort of I'm with an Australian man, so he's like
yeah,
and it's a different culture, and like we're growing our own vegetables, and like I'm just like
Farm to table.
and I'm not so with my pulse on what's happening in the world.
Yeah, but you're not just dating an Australian guy, right?
I say dating? I meant
I'm
married.
married. Married to an Australian
And he's
guy.
not just an Australian
He
guy.
is. What's his name?
His name is Curtis Stone.
Yeah, and what does he do?
Love him.
He is a chef.
Yeah.
And TV host, I guess.
Yeah.
He's a person. Yeah.
And he owns
And
Gwen.
he owns Gwen, which is a restaurant in Hollywood, and then one in Beverly Hills, Maud.
He's a celebrity, world famous chef.
He's above. He's the one that's above the, like we're here.
Yeah.
And he's up there with his like fanciness.
Yeah.
I give the illusion of fanciness, but I'm not. I don't think.
Yeah, and whenever I see him,
Yeah, you give him very long hugs.
right? Don't I?
And it makes me a little bit uncomfortable. I'm like, you can let go now, Bobby.
No, but I do, right?
Yeah, you do.
Because he is.
He's an Adonis.
He is.
No, but you don't. When you see him though, he is like tall.
Almost a thick. Almost a thick.
Yeah, I was gonna say he seems like he has a thick dick.
Tall.
He has a thick dick.
Well,
Just I've never seen it, but through the pants.
Yes.
I'm not gay.
No.
I just when I meet somebody.
You're straight up just telling me that you've looked.
At
I
his-
know that you've looked.
you looked at
like-
his outline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
But
be
there-
fair, that's his eye level.
I'm small. That's what it is. Yeah. That's my eye level.
Yeah.
And but also it's just seems like he's a gentle, nice guy.
He is a gentle, nice guy.
Yeah, and when we were blessed to we ate at Gwen that one night.
That was fun.
It was the funniest thing. I think the first thing he said to Bobby was, "Oh, that's you. I think we share a wife." And then you recoiled like a scared animal.
Yeah.
You're like, "Ooh."
Yeah. Yeah. There's just something about him that like kind of excites me and also scared.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel the same way.
Really?
Yeah.
And he actually he doesn't cook there. I mean, he doesn't. He's not back there. He's the
Yeah.
owner of the.
Yeah.
But
No,
he
he
cooked us
goes-
our meal.
He goes most nights, to be honest. Like, you know,
Wow, workhorse.
he is. And he loves it. And he's kind of a control freak too. But like, he's there. cooking.
Wow.
He loves it. Yeah.
And then you have two just kids are like supermodels. These kids,
Please.
They're gonna blow up.
they're so cute.
They're the best. They're so much fun. They're
Right.
just complete. Like, it's just. They're weird and wonderful, and it's awful and wonderful to watch like your personality come out in two other brand new human beings.
Wow.
It's bizarro.
But they're like,
Yeah.
they seem like I've only seen them through videos. I've never
Right.
met them, but they seem funny
They are.
and outgoing and confident.
They are. I've
Yeah.
got cool kids. I have to say, like, before I became a mom, I did not like it when people were always like, "Oh, my kids," and they're all so special. And I think it's important when you become a parent to have your own autonomy apart from being just a parent.
Mm-hmm.
But I am obsessed, as you would be, with your own kids, and they're amazing. They're funny, and because of you.
Me?
Hudson, my 6-year-old, wants to be a stand-up comic, and it's like
my
a real thing. Like,
It is?
He's trying out jokes.
Uncle Bob.
Oh my
Okay.
God! We'll tour together.
with
Will
a
you want you
I'm not.
want me to
so
open
sure
or
how I
what?
She's
feel
like,
about this.
I'll show him everything. No. No. That's not what I meant. I show him everything about comedy.
Yeah, no, you'll
Did
show
that,
him the
did that
ropes.
came out weird?
It was
came out
super
so
weird.
Came out really
Yeah, but
weird.
everyone listening now, that's not me. I support dreams and I want people to grow.
You're Uncle Bob. You're.
Yeah, but not that uncle.
I mean, you're like
I'm a different uncle.
A mentor.
I'm a mentor, Uncle Bob.
Mentor Bob.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, he'd like that too. He's really into it.
Yeah.
He's not like funny in his stand-up persona, but he's funny in real life. Yeah.
Supportive mom.
Right. Yeah.
Well, the key is to get him to be himself on stage, and then that's why it takes a long time. But when he's 18, we'll he'll open for me.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
Yeah. He's got a little bit of the streak of that. Like, he likes the attention a bit.
Are you hesitant of your kids doing show business?
Yeah, for sure. I think I started when I was really little. It was just a big accident.
I saw that Toys R Us commercial.
That's how you broke
That
in?
was so cute.
It's
So
bizarre.
cute.
Was it Urkel?
So Urkel, Jenny Lewis from
Yeah.
Riley Khalyla.
Riley Khalyla, yeah.
I guess. Did you ever watch the Larry Sanders Show?
Yeah.
Scott Nemus.
Mm-hmm.
Like a bunch of
Oh,
these kids that were
wow.
like, but my mom and dad were not in the business. They're just like average Pasadena, California folk. And I was in a ballet school. And somebody came to the ballet school to take pictures, and the parents signed off on, letting these pictures go to a camera company. And I don't remember this story. My mom tells it to me in a really disjointed way. But apparently somebody saw the photo and then asked my mom if I could be in this ad. And it turned out to be in Time magazine. It was this beautiful black and white photo of little girls in a ballet class. And then an agent called the ballet school, and it just kind of all happened. And my mom, who had to look at a Thomas guide and get me to auditions, was like, "What is happening? I don't want this to happen." And I just never stopped working since I was 5.
Wow.
It's bizarre, and I like being an actor, but it was kind of a weird thing for a kid to do. Some kids would go to.
I know because working with you, I know for a fact that Emily Kapnick, the executive producer of our show, you're her favorite.
How do you know that?
I can just tell.
How do you know that?
Because the
Really?
things she says things to Oliver, she says things to other people, and Oliver says things to me.
Like,
And-
well, I want to know everything.
No,
you're talking
like,
about.
oh my God, that girl's so amazing. She's so funny. Oh, I love her. Like, she just talks about you a lot.
Seriously?
Yeah. But not only do you have that talent, but you're a genetic mutation.
What do you mean?
Your face. You're like a porcelain,
Of course, yeah.
just perfection almost, you know? I want to punch her face. When I'm doing scenes with her, I just
so
want to.
perfect.
I'm gonna
Oh, he was telling us this, yeah.
I'm gonna poke her eye out.
He
with my
gets
two
angry.
fingers.
He gets so angry.
I get so angry.
Perfect
I treat Janet-
symmetry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one cheekbone, I'll shatter the fucking bone. You're right. It'll just seep out of her ears, and then we'll be fine. We'll be equals.
We'll be equals.
Yeah.
Do you know what? First of all, thank you. That's very nice because I know you're paying me a compliment. But I grew up.
It's not
like,
a compliment. No, I'm gonna kill you.
We're not friends anymore.
I grew up like, you know, my mom's Korean, my dad is white guy.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know what people saw when they looked at me. However, I was like in a business where like I would always play like girl number 2 or like the kid next door. Like I knew I was an ethnic face. But in my school, like I'd had a crush on the football quarterback at school.
Yeah.
And at a party, his name? His name's Joey Strikula.
Oh,
right?
Man,
Right
that's
there.
not real.
Joey Strikula?
He's so
Fuck him.
handsome. He was like
Fuck
super.
you, Joey Strikula.
damn it.
And you know what? I'm not even sure if it was exactly him that said it, but the whole football team was in this, you know, I think we were watching a movie. Oh, no, we were watching the Super Bowl. And Michael Jackson comes on. I don't know if it was an ad or he was performing. And he said, oh my God, Lindsay looks exactly like Michael Jackson. And everyone started laughing. And you know what? He's not wrong. Like, I think that I do look a bit.
A little
After
bit.
he did what he did to his face.
That's what I'm saying. And so everyone thinks I've had all this plastic surgery. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
that's weird. And this is my face, people. Like, I'm sick of people making fun of my nose,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
This is what I'm born with.
I
And it makes
know.
me just mad. Like, you know.
You are Michael Jackson.
See, now that I've told you,
Yeah.
we'll
Oh
do
my
scenes together.
God,
And
yeah.
you won't be able to,
Yeah.
like,
I
get it
know
out of
you,
your
I
head.
MJ.
Well,
MJ.
yeah, but now I have a thing psychologically
Right.
where I can go, is she have a good face? No, she looks like Michael Jackson.
Right.
And now I can just bring her down to my level. If I think
You're
of
welcome.
Michael.
So you're saying you're equal to Michael Jackson?
Well, now I don't have to hurt her. I don't have to hurt her.
Oh.
I don't have to scratch her face or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The cheeks can stay.
The cheeks can stay and everything. Because even when you see that commercial, that Toys R Us commercial, you're just, as soon as you see her, number one, it looks like you. Oh, there's Lindsay, right?
I'm thinking Michael. It looks like Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
Toys
well, there's
R Us
Michael
commercial.
Jackson.
Maybe
Yeah,
Michael Jackson.
is this a Thriller video?
What is this, Thriller?
Yeah. And then, and Urkel looks like Urkel,
Right.
Right?
Oh, Jaleel White.
Yeah, Jaleel White.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's a kid in it though.
Super crazy
So
cute,
cute
too.
though, so cute.
Yeah.
You just want to take him home, and not
Uncle
in that
Bob.
one. No,
Uncle Bob.
I'm the good uncle.
Mentor Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But like back to your original question about how, like my kids being in the business.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was able to. I'm a super resilient person. Just like, you know, some people are more buoyant in the world. So like when I get a rejection, I'd be like, whatever, no big deal. Like I didn't care about it so much. And even now, like I love being an actor, but I'm not. I don't know. Like I just don't feel like it's everything. And I had that back then.
Did you understand rejection as a child?
Big time. And I think it actually helped me because I'd like really want to do something. I auditioned for Punky Brewster. Do you know
yes.
Punky Brewster?
Yeah.
And I wanted it so bad and I didn't get it. And I remember that was a heartbreak. And also, did you ever see the Never-Ending Story? And there was the childlike empress at the end?
Yeah, yeah.
I was like a breath away from being the childlike empress.
that would have been amazing.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
So that one still hurts. But like since then, I'm cool with it.
Wait.
Really? Never ending story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember? Yeah.
Let me ask you this though, but there's no roles now that you like didn't get that you're bummed
There's a
about?
lot of roles. I've just been able to realize like it's not my door to walk through. Like it's cool.
Right. You kind of
But-
you realize this is that, you know, everyone, you know, TigerBelly fans, they've seen my struggles, they've heard, you know, my mishaps,
Yeah.
and my low self-esteem, and we're all broken children. Everyone listening right now, we're all broken children,
Except for Lindsay.
and that's what,
No, I am.
yeah, and we're together. though.
I'm broken too.
Look, handles rejection very well.
I'm broken.
yeah,
Surprise, broken.
But what I've realized by being on this show is that because it happens so organically, that it's like, oh, I'm kind of just meant to be on this thing. I don't know why.
I remember
You're
when
right.
he first found out that you'd be his TV wife.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, are they sure?
yeah.
And he kept looking at your picture. Are they really sure?
Yeah. It's a genetic.
No one's gonna believe.
No one. You've never read. I mean, I've read comments. There's no fucking way.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you go deep in social media comments?
No, because I pretend maybe that I'm like super cool about stuff. But if I really went deep, I'd be sad. Like, of course you'd be sad. And we'd
Yeah.
like, write it out. I was on a show where I played a fashion designer, and I read one comment, and it was like, "I wish she would die in a chiffon-related accident." And I just remember like how I felt. I was like, "That's so specific, A, and B, like really freaking mean," you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, "Well, I'm never doing that again."
You're not gonna read it. You don't read.
I read a little bit last night. I did. I went in. And do you know what I found?
What?
The thing was like, who is the gorgeous woman playing Bobby Lee's wife?
Yeah.
And that was it. And then it was like they listed some credits, and that was it. And that was all that anyone had written
But it's
about
so
me.
funny because people know who you are. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, this thing said, who is the... I was happy they said I was gorgeous, but...
Thank you. Highlight
Screenshot.
I
post.
sleep now. Put my sleepy hat on. That's good, guys.
Because this is how the fashion one that you were talking about, was that Lipstick Jungle?
Yeah, yes.
So I'm going to tell you about that. I was at Craig Ferguson. Craig Ferguson lives next door, right?
Okay.
And I sometimes do his radio show.
Okay.
So he's like, "Tell me about your show," and I go, "Oliver Hudson, Jenna Fisher." He's like, "Yeah, we've had Jenna on." And then Craig Ferguson goes, "Well, you have a wife?" And I go, "Yeah, Lindsay Price." And he lost his fucking mind.
What?
He goes,
Why?
"Lipstick Jungle."
Nuh-uh.
I swear to fuck
Craig
God.
Ferguson?
Yeah, Craig Ferguson said that. I'm like, "You know that?" He's like, "I love that show. My wife loves that show."
No way. I
Yeah.
love him so much. Did he mention the pilot we did together?
No, he
You
did
did
a
a
pilot with Craig Ferguson.
Yeah, it was called Hot Mom.
He didn't bring that up.
No, remind him. It was me and him and Gina Gershon. I played Gina Gershon's sister, which is really
Wait,
weird.
what?
Like, yeah, they never explained like how weird that is. But and then Nick Lachey
Wow.
played like a hot handyman, and the pilot, obviously. But see if you remember.
She's every year she goes to bat. This one is so good every year. Some people, like you and my flat-faced friend here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Pum Pum. Yeah, that's your new name, Pum Pum.
My name is Pum Pum.
Yeah. Hey, Pum Pum.
Yes,
you
mister.
and I, every other year we'll have our chance. Maybe once every 3 years.
Yeah.
This lady right here, every year, bat.
That's not true. I mean, like,
Sometimes you strike out, but sometimes you hit it.
do you know what? Like, if I have been doing this since Toys R Us age, like 5, that's a long time. So either it's a super successful story, like how amazing that I've been able to keep it up and keep working, or it's really sad because I don't have an Oscar after 30,000 years in the business. Like
No, you don't look.
you're
look
getting.
It's a 3D movie.
This is
He's
3D
gonna
movie.
come
This is
at
how
you.
it is. Don't back up. It's fine. back. I want to just say
Arm
this to you.
wrestling?
I'm going to say this to you. Okay, is that I honestly am going to say something to you that is the biggest compliment that I could give you. Okay.
Okay.
And I don't want you to respond really at all.
I'm not going to.
All right, don't go. Oh no, or whatever. Right.
Okay.
I genuinely believe when I see you in the show that I go, you have comedic, because the choice you made for this character is so specific and it's so hard to do. It really is hard to do because this is unlike, you're not playing yourself on this.
No,
Right? When I'm doing it, I'm just, because I don't know how to act, that I'm just kind of doing, I'll just do this, me. I'm not making any choice. I'm just this guy.
No acting choices.
Right, yeah.
I'm just playing myself.
I just say the words.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can distinctly tell that she knows this character and she's fucking doing it. And it really is. I mean, I told Oliver the other day, I go, it's hard to be in the scene with her because she knows
Yeah.
all her lines. And she made these choices, right?
These
And I'm like
reversals.
looking at her like fucking face. You know what I mean? Her perfect face. And I'm just like, I want to scratch this girl's eyes out. You know what I mean? Because she's so good. You know what I mean?
He was said literally, he just stands there while you act and just watches you and forgets. that
Yeah, I
he's in the
forgot my
scene.
lines
No.
even.
He
I go,
forgets
oh my
his line.
God, this girl's so good. Yeah.
That's
If I didn't like her, I'd be like, oh, fuck this, man. I got to spend all this time with this fucking lady, right? But she's so cool. I'm telling you right now, like, I remember we had a scene in a car, and we, when we were on the lawn chairs waiting for them to set
Yeah.
it up, and it was so just comfortable and shit.
yeah.
You know what,
It's
dude?
lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good thing.
Like when I did that thing with Brooke Shields, I wanted to kill her. I fucking hate her. You know, I'm sorry, no offense, Brooke, but
I'm sure
you know,
Lindsay
listens
Price is
now
better
or
than
that.
you, Brooke Shields.
she's way better than you. You know, I've done stuff with people, and I looked at them and. Like Kim Cattrall when I did that Pepsi commercial. Remember that?
What did she say to you?
She looks up. She goes to Eric Stone Street and goes, "You have a very bright future." And she looks at me and she just walks away.
That's so rude.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just so rude.
Yeah,
I'll never understand how people, when they
Yeah.
get into a certain position in Hollywood, lose like their decency. Like it's just as if they don't actually have the same rules as everybody else. You just have
Yeah.
to be cool. Don't be like. I don't get it. I don't get it. When you get more, don't you think you should like?
Yeah, but I'm not
be
nice
cooler?
to extras.
You're not.
I really am not.
But
I know.
why? But why though? Like
Because sometimes they're like, you know, sometimes like in between takes, one of them will start singing, but I know what they're doing.
what are they doing, Bob?
They're showcasing.
Their audition.
They're
Yeah, they want to
they're-
shit.
They're peacocking. They're
They
peacocking
want
for
somebody. Yeah, they want somebody to notice them.
Yeah.
And go, oh, you sing. You want a line?
you. Yeah.
Or we're gonna call and get you an agent. You can see them ham it up,
Right.
Yeah.
and I just want to turn to them and go, no, you're like a tree. You know what I mean? Or like a building. Just shut the fuck up.
It's a weird business though. Like of course they're
Yeah.
like, you know, the need that we feel to be, you know, people like us and stuff. They
Yeah,
want,
but-
they want it even worse, you know?
No.
It's all
I'm sure
the
you
same.
peacock too, Bobby. I'm sure you showcase too in your own way.
I don't. Is showcasing disappearing? Is showcasing not locking eyes with people and just kind of turning my back and trembling? That's not showcasing. That's being a fucking artist, man. Oh shit! I didn't.
Well, now Joey's
I'm not an art. No. One of my point is that I wouldn't even do. I mean, I feel so guilty even saying what I'm saying, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Say it.
It's just, I wouldn't.
Say it.
I don't think that I would never do extra work because to me, I'm like,
I've done it. When I first started, like 8 years ago, to learn how to be on a set.
but you learn by
Did you
being on
learn
set
a
just
lot?
by.
Did you learn?
Yeah, I didn't understand what background rolling, what first the
Right.
AD did, or like how, because there's extras that are what you described as showcasing, and I did the opposite of that. I did it one time.
Can I just say something? Can I just say something to you?
Josh Duhamel shook my hand.
can I
Whatever.
just-
It's not a big deal. Josh, he took me out after for a beer.
Not a big deal. But can I just say this though? Is you learn by getting a job too,
True. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then also it validates that I'm a real actor. Like I'd rather audition, get a couple of lines and learn that way than being background. And I don't think that helps with the self-esteem. I don't think that helps with.
But also,
Am I out
no,
of
no,
line?
because I know.
Raise your hand if you think I'm out. You think I'm out of line.
But I know, like, say, YouTube star, right? Never been on set. Cindy has worked with some. I don't want to say their name, but they'll go on set and they have no idea how to be on set. And these are
true.
YouTube stars that are like yelling at the director, telling the producer, "Wait for me," and like they've never been on set, so they don't understand how it works.
But those are douchebags.
True.
Yeah.
No, it's probably really valuable to be on a set and watch. But there's probably a lot of people who are just sort of looky-loos too. You know, that just want to
Yeah.
be around like.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I should change my outlook.
Hey, you're not a tree.
You're not a tree. You're a human
stop
being.
singing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You can do extra work if you want. We're going to take a second for our sponsors.
Love Blue Apron.
Blue Apron is my favorite food in the whole wide world. It's so tasty in my mouth and it goes in my stomach. It gives me nutrients and all kinds of good feelings inside. Everybody, I love Blue Apron. Blue Apron's been a sponsor for us from the beginning, and we're committed to these people because they're committed to making delicious meals for my tummy tum, and it makes me healthy, and it makes me grow muscles, and it makes my mind fresh. Okay? Tell them more about it, Gil.
But before that, Khalyla, what have you been cooking recently for Blue Apron?
What did I...
Your most favorite dish?
Oh, I actually switched it up and I ordered the purely vegetarian box.
Yeah,
So
that's been pretty good too.
A
Yeah,
whole lot of it. They have really, really good vegetarian options as well.
they really do. Yeah.
So check out this week's menu and get $30 off at blueapron.com/belly. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
Blue Apron is my favorite meal. My stomach go. Everybody go.
Wow, Blue Apron is delicious.
We love it. It's
It
so
tastes
good.
like Curtis Stone cooking.
Yeah. No, Curtis is great, but so is Blue Apron.
Apron.
They're both equal in my eyes.
Curtis Stone and Blue
Would you
Apron.
like to be Curtis Stone in your own house?
Yeah, I think I do.
Get Blue Apron.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You can pretend to be him.
Right, Lindsay?
Right, that's so right. Blue Apron. Blue Apron is the second best thing to having Curtis Stone.
Yeah. Now I want to get to this too. Is that you're Asian?
Yes.
You're half.
Yes.
So do all the parts you audition for, are they Asian or this regular, right?
She was Gina Gershon's sister.
Right.
I'm not exactly sure. You're the first person who's told me flat out, Lindsay, you're Asian. Remember we spoke about it when I came to see your show, and I'm
Right.
like, I don't know what people see because, like, and you're like, you're Asian. You're like, you're Asian.
Yeah, is Barack Obama black?
He's a black
Yes.
man.
Then you're Asian.
Right. And but the parts that I played, look, in the early years, my brother and I, because my brother was an actor too, we cornered the market on, like, there was like this trend where all the TV shows were doing a storyline about like the bastard children from like the GI would go to the war.
Wow.
And like,
You cornered the market.
And, like we'd walk into the room
Yeah.
and all the other half-breeds would be like, oh, Price Kids are here. And they'd like leave.
Wow.
Price
I
Kids.
love the Price Kids.
I love the Price Kids.
Yeah, because we were like clearly,
Non-babies.
100%
Yeah.
half-breeds.
Yeah.
But when that was over, it became like this non-specific fill in the, like I was like the diversity. And that was a million years ago. And still I'd say today, like we know that we're sometimes cast for our diversity. I think I'm a really, at some points, like the shows that I was on the billboards and the bus stops for.
Yeah.
I was like a homogenized version of something ethnic. So to make people feel comfortable that it wasn't a completely whitewashed show, but I was like an easy...
I think that's interesting that they would hire you and then they would think of like, we need a fat Asian guy. You know what I mean? Like
To balance
it out. But I think in my head, I'm like, yeah. When I saw you for the first time, I'm like, yeah, she's Asian. I'll give you an example.
Okay.
First time, yeah.
If you have a glass, everyone try this experiment at home.
Okay.
Take a glass, a see-through glass.
Do it right now.
Yeah, fill it halfway with water.
Okay.
Then fill it halfway with Coke.
Okay.
What is the color? It's not water
It's
anymore.
Coke color.
Diet
It's not
Coke.
water.
It's Coke Light.
Yeah, it's still a Coke.
Coke
It's a
Light.
Coke.
Yeah.
Right? It's watery Coke.
You're Asian light.
Yeah, exactly.
As Bobby would
But
say.
then I met your brother, and he's very more Asian than
Yeah.
you. So then I saw
Does
it.
he look super Korean?
I showed the kids like a little bit of the show, and they're like, "What's Uncle P doing on the show?" They're like, "We didn't know." And also, I think I sent you a screenshot. You know how like the creepy thing happens on your iPhone where it like categorizes your pictures.
Yes.
Oh.
You're in like my favorites because the iPhone thinks you're like related to me.
What? No.
Hey.
It's like you, my mom, my dad.
Racist, Apple.
Okay, Apple.
So racist.
It might be super. Did I show you? It's
Yeah, I think you sent it
hilarious.
to me. I didn't know what it was, but
Yeah.
that's what it was.
That's
Yeah,
so
it's like my
funny.
brother,
so
you,
funny.
my mom, and I have like 2 pictures of Bobby, by the way, like on my phone.
Oh, that's weird.
That's amazing.
So but my brother looks super Asian.
you- no.
Genetics,
But I also wanted to ask you,
Okay.
because I know that you and I, we've talked when we shot the show, and then you have that time, you're waiting for it to come out. How do you feel right now
About the show or about you?
about the?
Say things about me, Lindsay.
About me too, but
about like because it did well,
Yeah, I know.
and it's hard to.
contain your
Explain.
excitement.
It's something that it's a.
It's great. Let's just say it's great. It's amazing.
Shut the fuck up!
I
you
saw
fucking
it. I saw it and
wall.
I loved it. I'm sorry. I saw it and I loved
You
it.
did.
You did.
I did.
My entire
Why did you
family
love
watched
it?
I don't know. I feel like all the other family shows that are out there, it's up there with like feel good. And there's a lot of stuff on TV that's not
It's
feel
more
good.
than just feel good. It gives you the feels.
Yes.
It gives you the, oh shit, I have felt that thing at that exact moment in that way before.
Which is what the whole point. I mean, that's the whole point with movies and television is you want to sit there and relate, and like that's like the age-old thing of storytelling, which means I think that it's really written well, but it's making people like get stirred up and like feel things because it feels authentic. So I'm excited to be on it for that reason.
Yeah.
How many things have you done where you're like, this is just so false and it doesn't feel you don't feel good about it,
Yeah.
right? I feel really good about this show. I do.
You do.
I do.
He did
My
a pilot called New
gonna-
Car Smell. I'm sure that was authentic.
That's the one that you worked with Brooke
Yeah,
on.
yeah. I told you about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
but I tend to not let myself get super excited because I've been around, you know.
See, that's what I'm trying to
So you
do.
just manage your expectations.
I try to manage my
You have to.
expectations.
You have to, because you never know, you know, like it's all so fleeting. It's all so like it's not. There's nothing permanent about any of it.
My friend Johnny texted me today, and he said he saw today
Yeah.
a Splitting Up Together commercial.
Oh,
and
really?
It said our new hit show.
Man, everyone's talking about it to me, but I know I'm in it, so of course they're, you know. But like people are saying that they really liked it.
I know, but what I'm
You're
saying,
both whispering.
I know, but I know because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. I've been on the. I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
And anyone listening right now, and I swear to fucking God,
Yeah.
I'm about to say something that's more truthful than anything I've ever fucking said before in my life. All right, George is a piece of shit. You know, no, George is a good guy.
love
He's a
you,
guy
George.
warm. I love you so much. That was so hard to say. That was so
He's
fucking hard to say.
blushing. He's
I know.
blushing. What is going
Oh,
on?
she called you out for being pink.
You're pink.
Oh, is that
You should see his dick. Oh my god, pink is fucking.
Jesus, Bobby.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, my bad.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. We call him. There's a
Oh, I
saying.
did. I heard it.
George
it.
has a pink dick.
I've heard you had a pink dick. I heard that.
Yeah, I
heard
Well,
that.
there you go. There you go.
Through the
There you go.
grapevine, yeah.
But I want to say this is the most truthful thing I've ever said. Is that people listening right now, TigerBelly fans, saved my fucking. So it saved me, this podcast, and also it's reassuring that, you know, if this show doesn't work or whatever happens in my career doesn't work, that I'm always gonna do this. That's one thing, and no matter how busy I get, we're always gonna do this Monday night, and we release it on Wednesday.
You don't know
Yeah. I don't know when it comes
when
out.
your
I don't know when it
podcast
comes out,
comes
but
out.
yeah. But this thing right here with Lindsay and stuff like that is, I've never been in this position before, so it's exciting, and a lot of TigerBelly fans were tuning in, and they were and supportive, and I'm just you know, thank you everybody. I appreciate
That's
it.
awesome. It's nice to be like doing something that you actually really like. You know,
Yeah.
I know people probably like, "What are you talking about? You're so lucky you're on a TV show." But like when it actually feels good and the people feel good,
Yeah.
that you work with and you have to spend time with, and
I just
you know,
have this paranoia that they're going to replace me with Ken Jeong.
that's because of the text that Oliver sent you, right?
Oh,
yes,
yeah, the
yeah,
text.
Like that day.
Yeah, yeah.
But like,
Really
no.
quick, what was your thoughts when Bobby
when he was late?
late? Yeah. Oliver.
No,
had
what
his
did you
thoughts.
really think? What did you really think?
We were all together, like,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we were shooting a party. So it was the first
Oh,
time
it was a
that
group scene.
Yeah, it was the
scene,
first
yeah.
time that everybody was there.
Yeah.
So the truth is, because like every minute that passes costs a gajillion dollars.
All
You have to
right.
cut, you know?
How much, Lindsay? A gajillion.
A gajillion
lot of
dollars.
money.
Yeah.
And so we were all like, it's cool, like he'll be here. And as it
Yeah,
clicked
yeah.
by, we did start to get, because of course they're calling you and everyone's calling you, and then they sent someone to your house, and I was
Yeah.
like, what is happening? And Oliver actually was like, I'm a little nervous. I'm like, you are? Why? And then I got nervous.
Yeah.
You know, because you were like, you know, really late.
We wrapped an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, when I was telling the story, it's not a lie.
Yeah.
It's number one. If you're 20 minutes late, it's a problem. When you're hours late,
Right.
you're costing people money. People are paranoid. They have to, you know, because when they do a show, they don't just improvise it. The director and the production, it's scheduled days in advance where the cameras are going to go, so they can be proficient, you know, and milk the day. But when somebody's not there, it fucks everything up.
Like if we missed your scene, like if we had to reschedule it, it would mean an extra day or adding it on and making it longer to something else,
Yeah,
or a
yeah.
company move, or like, you
Yeah.
know, it would have been awful.
And it'd been
I'm
hundreds
so
of
glad
thousands.
you're okay though. We were all like, what? This could be.
I know. What'd you think though?
Well, I didn't think it. Oliver was like, do you, like, maybe
That's what he said. Yeah.
he relapsed or something, you know? And I was like, come on, Oliver.
That's yeah.
You know,
Double
I actually
suicide,
thought, you
yeah.
know, I thought something like you
Yeah.
must have overslept or something
If
crazy.
you thought I relapsed, then why send me a photo of Dr. Ken
I
Jeong?
don't if you really thought that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
actually, I was thinking because you said to me that you go to the Korean spas, like
Yeah.
you go at night.
Yeah.
And I was
Died
like, maybe. No.
We got
I
trapped.
didn't
He got
actually
trapped.
think- I didn't think death. I just thought like maybe you had a particularly long and relaxing night at the Korean spa. and fell asleep.
Just in a steam room. In a steam room.
But honestly, what you said to me was that you usually sleep during the daylight hours,
does,
right? So
yeah.
I was like, well, that's it. He's adjusting his body clock.
And
Yeah.
when I was
So-
trying to push him out the door, he was so afraid he almost didn't want to go to set.
Because
He was like a little kid, like, I don't want to go, I'm so scared. He didn't
so
want to get,
awful.
reprimanded. And I was like,
Please go.
And then it was so weird because when we were shooting, it seemed like it was okay, but as the days went on, I tried to lock eyes with Emily Kapnick, the
Right.
executive producer.
that apparently likes me so much. I'm so
She loves
happy
you so
I came
much.
today.
Lindsay wouldn't do this.
and then she gave me a pass. I'll tell you what she did. So there's kids. All of her kids were in the scene. Remember that day?
Oh, yeah.
And it was a party scene, and there's kids running around, and I'm sitting there on a chair, right? Because I had to walk through like a shot, and I see Emily walk toward me, right?
Right.
And she goes to my side. She pauses. You know what she does? She puts her hand on my shoulder for about 5 seconds.
That's a long time.
I know, but not like great job, but like just a hand.
Was it firm?
No, it was just a placement of like.
Was it like a little bit of a?
No, it wasn't a claw.
Okay.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, it wasn't. What if like my shoulder was bleeding?
Bleeding?
That's like
Right.
yeah,
She likes
fingernail
me.
mark.
She likes me.
Yeah, like a Wolverine,
Yeah,
Wolverine
claw.
attacked me. Yeah, no, she gently put her hand on my shoulder, right?
Yeah.
And then she laid it on there for about 4-5 seconds, and she does a little light tap, and she walked away, and it's never been talked about.
she's probably just really happy you weren't dead.
Yeah, we all were.
What would happen if I did die?
I can't even. Let's not even talk.
No, but what happens? I want to just in that scenario.
Ken
Ken
Jeong.
Jeong.
Well, clearly, Ken Jong.
No,
But no,
I think
you're irreplaceable.
yeah. I think they would have got Stephen Yoon.
What a switch.
You love
We look
Stephen Yoon.
exactly alike.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We
That's
look
true.
exactly alike.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So if this becomes a hit, then we're that'll be great.
I know.
And if it doesn't,
We're still gonna be great.
but we won't see each other.
Yeah, we will. Everyone
no,
always
that's-
says that.
You see people you've done shows with.
I do. Some of my best friends are people that I've done shows with.
Wow.
Sarah Rue. Do you know who Sarah Rue
Yeah.
is? I worked with her on that show Eastwick, and she lives down the street. She moved on my street. We don't see each other as much as you should if you live down the street with someone, but
Yeah.
she's my friend.
Wow.
Yeah. Rebecca Romaine.
Wow.
My very, very good friend.
Mystique.
Mystique.
Was she Mystique?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Original.
she was Mystique.
Original Mystique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You met her on Lipstick.
On also Eastwick.
Eastwick, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eastwick
And like,
Lipstick.
multiple.
Eastwick
yeah.
lipstick.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, because when I did animal practice, I worked. I love Tyler Labine. I love Justin Kirk.
So, and then you don't speak to them anymore.
No,
that's
you-
more
you-
typical. Like that's
You
how it
pretend
goes.
you during when you're shooting, you text each other through the night. You plan dinners.
Yeah.
You sometimes you plan getaways, and you
Because
go
you're sharing something like a common thing,
right.
You're related.
As soon as it ended, I haven't seen any of them. Not one of them. I've seen Betsy Sidaro because she works at UCB.
yeah.
I'll drive down Franklin and I'll see her waddle down the street, and I'll honk my horn, and I'll go Betsy, and she goes, "Hey Bob."
That was it.
That's
and
it.
that's it.
But you talk to all your Mad TV friends still. You guys are super
Not
tight.
really. I mean, Jordan helped me get that job, so they've helped me. But that maybe it's me.
It is you.
No, it's not you.
She calls it out.
Good wife, bad wife.
No, it is me.
It is you and it's not you.
It is
Okay.
me. No,
It
but
is
let's be
you, but
real.
it's
It's
not.
me. It's me. Tell me why.
He's really bad at checking in with friends just to say like, hey, how you doing, or even replying to text messages. It has to be work related or he's not going to reply.
I am even worse than you with text messages. Anyone that knows me will tell you that. Like, I'm shockingly bad with communication. So maybe we'll actually end up staying friends because we won't have expectations of one another when the show gets canceled. Do you know what I mean? We'll just be like, it'll be cool and no one's going to get their feelings hurt. And we'll like have a meaningful text connection once every year. But we could call each other friends. No?
Sounds like a Korean thing.
Is it a Korean
Is it
thing, a
I don't know.
non-texting thing?
I just like I like to like be in the moment, man. Like I don't have my phone on all the time.
Yeah, I think I'm much like that too, and it's just kind of sad to think about. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's like I know it's me, and now I'm getting into issues of my character defects and about things I need to improve about myself. But will they change? Probably not. I'm stuck in my ways, and I hate that about myself. There's a lot of character defects that I have about myself that I fucking hate.
Come on, you're
Like
on
what?
Hit Show. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
No. I want to go down this rabbit hole.
ABC's new
No,
comedy.
listen, I want to go down
This
this
is what
rabbit hole.
divas do. This is what TV stars do. It's a
You think I'm being a diva? You think I'm doing that?
Yeah, you're doing a TV star self-deprecation thing. Oh, my character defects. Come on, Bobby.
Oh, I live in
You
the
love
good
yourself.
life.
You're really happy.
I live the good life. I love it. Gold. I love gold.
I want to know one. Like I just want to know one.
Character
And then
defect?
yeah, and then we can move on. I like to know things.
I have an OCD obsession, as she knows. Like, for instance, American Idol.
Oh my God, you guys.
I know. So
It's doing my head in. I can't even
Yeah.
describe.
Right.
I watch
phenomenon.
the same episodes of American Idol 80 or 90 times. So, like the last Hollywood one, I've seen it 80. You asked me frame by frame what's in the frame of each shot.
He knows the extras. He knows people in the audience, what each audience member's reaction is.
That's
each
super
frame.
weird.
Yeah. I know everything about it. I watch it 24/7.
But that's
a
like
flaw in
charming
what?
and quirky. It's like not. I have to tell you
It's
though.
psychotic.
Well,
Yeah, it's like
yes.
serial killer life.
Yes, it is
It's weird.
weird.
Yeah.
But how does it affect the world?
Right. I'm not gonna create a human trafficking business, which I would love to do one day, but I don't have the means.
Right.
And I'm
Right.
lazy.
The capital.
Right.
But I don't have a dungeon, but
I did hear you. Like our dressing room walls are super thin.
Yeah.
And I did hear you listen to a lot of performances, and then like you would repeat them. And I'd be like,
Yeah.
and it actually like I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's so weird. Super,
I told you it's weird.
right? But like super endearing. Like I was just imagining
Yeah.
you in there, like watching your, performances. I loved that.
But I go to Stardew Valley. The reason why I love it so much, the video game, is because there's 4 seasons, right? And you plant the same crops. And then when they grow, you pick it up, and you do it season by season. I do it 24/7. I just like repetitive things too, as well.
Okay.
And it's really just weird, and I just don't know why I'm like that.
I'll tell you something weird that I do. if you
There we
want.
go. This is all I wanted
Okay.
to get this out of you.
It's stupid. It's probably less weird than yours, but
Mine's more normal.
mine's a little more normal.
Let me ask you. I'm gonna tell you this right now, though.
It's not weird
Also,
at all.
if it's not weird,
Okay.
it's gonna really bum me out.
Okay.
So make it weird.
If I have to, it's
I go to the bathroom once a day.
yeah, like
Every day.
that's weird. I every time I cross a crosswalk, I have to count the the white lines.
lines. Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
I ask myself a question like, am I going to get this job, or does this person like me, or something? And then it's yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, and
Flower
that's the
petals.
answer.
The flower petals,
right?
yeah.
And like I can't, and if I forget to do it, I have to go back and do it.
Oh,
It's a
that's
little
kinda,
bit weird,
Yeah, I like
right?
it. You have a little bit of an OCD thing.
I do.
Yeah.
Or like numbers, I'll look at the time and I'll add up all the numbers and I'll reduce it down to one number. And if it's an odd number, it's a good day. And if it's an even number, I'm gonna have
That's
some
pretty
issues.
weird.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? Like it's kind of quirky.
Tell her what you do, babe, with the fucking
What, I-
sprinkles on the feet.
Yeah. I just sprinkle my feet with water, or else I can't go on with my day.
Like how?
I will psychologically like shrivel and
I'll
die.
look through the crack of like the door. She sometimes leaves the door, and I can see her like taking a shit,
Right.
right?
But while I'm doing it, I
She's like
take
sprinkling water on her fucking feet.
From the sink.
No, she
So I
had
take a pot of water. Well, because I'm
Filipino.
Filipino, we have the tabo, so we have to wash when we, go to the bathroom.
Right.
And so I always have a tub of water next to me, and I dip both of my hands in, and I just let it rain on my feet. I have to do that every
Do you know
time.
what? That sounds lovely. And I don't think it's weird.
Yeah.
Spa
Yeah,
treatment.
yeah. Where do we get these weird things though? Like it's bizarre.
It's weird. Yeah. And if I have that too. If I don't touch this doorknob with both hands 3 times, that someone's gonna. In my head, I think someone's gonna die or something bad's gonna happen.
So
what
is
is
that technically OCD or is it like?
I think that's just probably some. I don't think it's OCD as an actual disorder,
Right.
But it has some traits of it.
Right.
If it doesn't, get in the way of your daily life, I don't think it's a problem. But if it's driving you crazy,
Yeah.
What if it's rooted in
You start-
Asian superstition?
I think
'Cause of
my
our
mom
parents.
was my mom was very superstitious, so I do weird things like that. Where I'm like, I cannot sleep a full night unless I do like a backflip, and then weird things like that. Yeah, because she does.
You just hear the.
Yeah.
Like my mom, like when you get your period, you have to take like 3 steps forward, and then she has to throw flour at
Very
your face.
Filipino. Wow.
Yeah, like weird shit like that. I'm like, why? She goes, oh, you're a woman now. You're gonna have a good. And it's like, why do I have this fucking flour on my face?
I'm gluten free now. What are you doing?
I have a weird one.
What?
I've never shared,
Oh gosh.
and we might have to cut this out because it's so weird.
Okay.
But I don't know if you know this, but I have a bad left foot.
I did not know that.
I would
That
be
is
very
so
wary.
weird.
This is actually really good information for you to have since you'll be working with him.
If you have to touch his foot in a scene,
never
just be
touch, never just
Don't touch my
steer
left foot.
clear from the foot from the feet.
She's freaking out now.
It's
I'm not
rotting
gonna get into
away.
details about it, but it's rotting away.
It's a fungus.
It's a fungus.
What do you mean?
It's athlete.
What do you mean?
foot.
What do you mean?
It's athletic.
It's a fucking fungus,
I
lady.
understand, but like, does
Yeah,
that
yeah.
mean that like you like the bottoms are disappearing?
Yeah.
That's exactly
It's
what it
just
means.
what it
turning
means.
bright green.
Seriously, how did you get that?
Well, I can fix it, but I refuse
Korean
to.
spa, I knew it.
But I sometimes I do this. I shouldn't. Now it's weird.
You've already said it before.
Follow
Like shave the
through.
bottom of
No,
your
no,
feet.
no. I do something different.
Oh, it's new.
Yeah, something I've
Okay.
never shared before.
Like
Okay.
nervous. Okay.
So sometimes
Don't smile.
sometimes I'll strip some skin from it,
Uh-huh.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be like a certain length and width, right?
Okay.
And then I have to strip 2 more, okay? The same exact size, right?
I'm picturing you do this in such a specific way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I
Yeah.
don't
Are
do
you
it,
counting in your head?
Yeah.
Just like yeah, the strips.
Yes, no, yes, no.
yes, no, yes.
First,
But-
was it an odd number of
but-
strips?
So at first it was just that, right? At first it was just that, right? But remember we had the clock where we would look in the ceiling. So I had this projection clock, and it would hit the ceiling. So in the darkness you can see what time it is.
Cool.
So when I wake up in the morning and I open my eyes, I have to turn my head. I'm lazy, okay? But so when she's sleeping, I'll strip like 1 strip off of my foot. I mean, but I'll look at the clock and I have to do it before it hits a certain time.
Wow,
So I
that's-
put an extra like challenge on it.
Element of
Element of danger to it. So is that weird?
Yes.
Please stop
weird.
that.
Yeah, that's
It's
a
weird.
lot
I
of
know, it's
levels
weird.
of weird.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm sharing. I feel
like
close
it.
to you, and I'm sharing things about for things to you.
One day we'll have like a barefoot
No,
comparison.
No, you don't.
Because
You don't.
it's like my foot situation. I'm not gonna lie, like it's not good. Like underneath, I think it's from ballet, like
Yeah,
years of ballet, and also high
Corns.
heels, like lots of time. Well, it's not corns. It's like just like my kids say that I have like troll feet. Like I don't have to wear shoes.
That's nice.
Wait,
But I
that's
don't
a-
think it's that bad. I'd like to compare. I'd like to see.
Is
what
it a
looks
layer
like.
of skin? What is
It's
it?
just I've got tough feet underneath.
Yeah, it's
there, you
kubal.
know?
It's like it's actually a good thing to have because you're not
did you say?
tender-footed. It's called kubal. So when you go to, let's say for instance, you know how like some people they can just take their shoes off and then just run across like sharp glass
Or fire.
That's you. It
can
comes in
run
handy.
You're a freak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a show on Venice Boardwalk.
I can
Step
do
on
it.
glass.
Yeah, totally. Actually, I probably could. Do you remember that the show, the Stars, Circus of the Stars? You know, oh God.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
How old are you?
28.
Anyway.
Sorry.
I love that.
Sorry.
I love that you did that to him.
Anyway, it's so hard to tell, you know, like Asian people, like we're all.
Yeah.
Do your guys's does your mom tell you not to express or make expressions to save your face from wrinkling?
My mom, no, but my friends' moms definitely. Like they also tell you
I think
not
that's
to
Korean.
sleep a certain way,
Yeah.
Right.
Because you don't want the pressure on your face. Like if you're a side sleeper, and you also cannot sleep in an incline because then the gravity takes over.
Right.
So you have to sleep this way so your symmetry is good. You
Yeah.
you don't form wrinkles while you sleep. I think that's a very
Koreans are so fucking
So
weird.
weird, right? I do
yeah,
that.
and not smile too hard.
No, don't smile.
So when you take
Yeah.
pictures, just really stoic, you know.
Was your mom like your mom? How did your mom and dad meet?
my mom and dad, this sounds so weird, but it's not. I assure you, my mother was adopted by my dad's family. She was like one of the first ever to be adopted out of Korea. I haven't told you this story.
No, well, this is fucking weird.
so
Okay.
Already, it's weird.
So my grandfather was one of the founders of World Vision. It's, you know, they would go into third world countries and like get children to be sponsored. So for $20 a month, you could, you know, save a child's life. So World Vision went to Korea after the war and put together a choir of orphans to like tour the world and thank all the countries for their, you know, aid in the war. My mom was in the choir, and then my grandfather adopted her, brought her to the States when she was 13, and he had a biological son
How
who
old
was
is he?
6 years older.
Yeah.
And he was like in the Navy.
Wait. Your mom was how old? 13?
Look, my mom and dad are brother and sister by adoption, is what I'm trying to get to.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that's not weird because in Clueless, Cher gets
Right.
with her stepbrother.
Yeah.
For real.
The movie
Yeah, that's
Clueless
not
is based
weird.
on her
And
family.
Woody Allen did it too with his daughter.
Right. I
So
mean,
it's
that's
fine.
where it gets weird.
It's so fine.
That's what the story.
It's not blood related. So it's
I have
fine.
an admission then,
Okay.
and this is kind of sad because he has since passed, but I had sex with my stepbrother.
Did you? Did you know that?
He's passed away, and don't say anything, you know, bad, but he was, you know, we were friends. We met in high school.
Oh, I know who it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I did know that.
and he's I mean, he's
Now,
still my step-
but at the time it wasn't.
What do you mean?
Was it at the time? Was your mom and Roger together?
Right. You weren't
Oh,
like
I
Brady
got it,
bunching
got it,
it in
got
the
it.
house.
Actually, it might have been just before they actually started dating because I knew.
well,
him
then
at the time.
you were in the clear. You did it in the window where you.
Yeah, I wasn't
weird.
doing anything with him by the time they got together.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, we would still see each other, do family, you know, occasions. I'm
yeah.
like, oh god, he's my stepbrother now.
Yeah, but this, you know what? When it's not blood related, it gets weird when it's blood related.
Yeah, no,
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
not.
Yeah, so your parents
Yeah,
are
so
cool.
your parents, yeah.
Look, he was 6 years older. They didn't actually live in the same house because he was, you know, out. But like, she was 13 when she came.
Wow.
She went into a sanitarium because she had tuberculosis. Like, she had a rough start here. And then when she came out, my mom was 20,000 times more beautiful than any woman you've ever seen. She's just like,
Wow.
so of course he fell in love with her.
Wow.
And they're still together. It's super
They
cute.
are all
super cute.
so cute.
And it's love. And for me, like, I always grew up thinking that the story was super romantic. And
It
then
is
recently,
romantic.
well, I told somebody the story, and Curtis was like, my husband was like, don't tell that story anymore. And it really kind of like rocked me. I was like, what do you mean? It's romantic. He's like, honey, there's people out there that would be like super offended and think that it's really bizarre. He's like, I don't think you should tell it. So
It's not.
anyway,
It's not.
it's not. I don't know.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's not. I'll tell you why it's not. It's like she was 13.
Right.
Right. So she had all this whole life experience with
Before
with her orphanage.
And then
she
your
had a
dad
rough
was
life.
already an adult.
Your dad was already an
Lived in
adult. It's not
yeah.
fucking weird at all.
And he'd like take her out. Like they'd go
Hey,
to
fuck you, Curtis. Fuck you,
no, 'cause
man.
yeah,
Fuck
he-
Gwen.
He was like,
Hey, listen, don't go to Gwen now. I'm kidding. It's a great
Food
restaurant.
was so good though.
Yeah.
It's the best food we've ever had. so
Best
you don't
food
say
we've ever
that.
had. It was amazing.
I didn't realize you liked charcuterie so much.
That's
like
my
his
that's my
favorite.
that's my fucking jam.
That's his diet.
Charcuterie is my it's my jam. I love cheeses. I love breads. I love little fig things.
Yeah, we've
Fig-
got all
little
that.
fruit stuff.
We've got all that over at Gwen.
Yeah. It really is
Yeah.
a great restaurant.
How did you guys meet?
Yeah.
A blind date.
Oh,
I had a friend that was like, you're done. I'd been married before. I got married really young, and then I got a divorce, and then I moved to New York, and I was just dating like any guy that was like duct taping his shoes together and was a drummer in a band, I loved him. And, like, super, super cerebral, oversensitive Jewish guys, loved them. Like we'd fight all the time, and like that was my thing. And my friend was like, "You're choosing like it's just not right for you. You need a man that's not in the business, like not an artist. You need like a real man that's going to take care of you and be like kind of old fashioned." And she's like, "I got the guy, and he surfs." We used to surf before we had kids.
But who is his friend?
It's my friend Leslie.
Okay.
And she said, "You're going to marry him." Wow. And I was 45 minutes late to the date because I totally forgot that I made it. Like I wasn't into it. I didn't Google him. She said he's a chef. I was like, "I like food. Let's go." And then
That's it.
And he was like, I walked in and he was so, dreamy that I thought it was going to be a failure because I typically don't. I think guys that look like that are trouble. You know?
Yeah.
And then second date, he made me this whiskey chocolate mousse.
Of course he did.
Because he knew that I love whiskey. In the first date, I drank whiskey.
It's like a Jedi using like a power, like
Force
lifting
trick.
up a rock or something.
That's what chefs do.
That's what chefs do. Yeah.
I love food too, so it was like a clear way to. But he saw that I liked whiskey on the first date, and the second date he's like, "Why don't you come in for a whiskey?" And when I came in, he'd made this chocolate mousse. And
how did it taste?
Delicious. It's super good.
And I was asking, what are breakfasts like when he's in town and stuff? Imagine what Curtis Stone breakfasts are like. She's asleep. You wake up. You smell something cooking. Right? You smell something cooking, right?
Can you be Lindsay waking up?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great dream I had about unicorns and like the good life.
Think about that.
Yeah, and the good life. And then I smell something cooking, like that.
Yeah.
It's
like looking in a mirror right now.
Whiskey, truffle oil, egg puree.
And then yes, no, yes, no.
No.
Yes,
Yes. No.
Yes, it is.
And then you walk into the kitchen, and then what do you see?
It's mostly about the kids. So he's gone out to the veggie garden and he's like made this incredible kale beet goodness for the kids. You know?
I hate you, Bob.
Right?
Fuck you. You don't deserve it.
Fuck you.
I can make that
deserve
too.
it. I love you.
You just don't deserve it.
And he'll like make hash browns and then like cut out a heart.
Oh my
He
god.
does that shape.
He does those cute shapes. Like it's like not something. Yeah.
So how are cooking duties then? Like, are you allowed to? Does he let you cook? He's like, I got this.
He's actually like Aussies, and I don't know if it's all Aussies, and I'm categorizing because he's the one I know. I feel like Aussie men and women have like clear boundaries of the male and female roles. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So he would love it if I was like at home cooking, like dinner everyone would, right? Like dinner on the table, and I'm so not good. Like he had to teach me how to like open an avocado. Like he had to teach me everything because I was always on sets and like ordering takeout and
I get it.
So it's a bad deal for him because he could probably do better with a woman that was like more domestic and whatever. But I had to learn for the kids. So, like we're going to die if I don't make food because he's in the restaurants every night, you know?
Yeah.
Kids
So,
died.
like-
Lindsay
So
Price-
he taught you how to do some skills.
Yeah, for sure. Like I know the basics.
Yeah.
And then he tries really hard not to criticize what I do.
See, yeah, that must be interesting.
It's kind of odd. Like I made a slow cooked, like a coq au vin kind of thing.
Okay, Coco Vaughn.
Right.
Vin.
And I
Fancy.
tried it. This is how like overconfident I was. I tried it maybe 5 dates in. And he came over and I didn't take the skin, those little pearl onions. I didn't like take the skins off. So he was just like kind of having to take it, like, you know what I mean?
The roots
Right.
and the
And
outs.
I was like, how is it? And he said, it's good. And then he went in and got a baguette and some mustard and he made this like amazing sandwich. And then,
What is that?
is that me?
It's Curtis.
It's fucking Curtis. It's fucking Curtis.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry.
It's all right,
worry,
but
don't worry.
you oh, it's so funny.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I did for Khalyla?
What?
You know what I gave her?
What?
A itchy vagina for my foot.
Did you really?
Yeah, my
It's,
fucking.
That's his-
I call it
Yeah,
a new age romance. It's not very traditional.
Yeah.
It's not a Coco Vaughn, but
I wouldn't even call it a Korean kind of love.
Right.
It's
What are we talking about right now?
I was
gifts. You know
I
how
was
he makes
I
you
was
heart-shaped
scratching
breakfasts?
Yeah, oh.
Well, he gives me an itchy vagina.
I was scratching my foot, my left.
God,
I'm
do
not.
you
This is a
have
real
to tell
story.
Lindsay this?
Yeah, I was scratching. Yeah.
No, you don't
I was
need to
scratching
know
my
this.
left foot, right, and then I
Okay.
finger banged her, and she got an itchy vagina.
Oh, see, that's so much better because I always thought that you stuck your foot in the vagina.
Oh, yeah,
that,
yeah.
And then
There
that
we
made
go.
me like a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, but that was the.
Now, like, it makes perfect sense.
Thank you so
So
much.
romantic. Love
She's
it.
a great TV wife. If I were gonna
I'm
choose
glad it's
one,
you.
It's you. Yeah, that's
I
great.
feel like you could learn a lot from this kind of Korean. You know what I mean? Just
What?
like, learn some, just refine. He needs to smoothen out the edges a little
But-
bit.
Don't
Just a
make
little.
expressions.
Yeah.
Sleep on your back.
What are we doing at time?
We're at an hour.
I can't
Okay, good.
fucking believe it. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. You know when a podcast is good when that just time flies, Linz.
That was fun.
We're not done
I
yet.
was nervous.
We're almost
Oh,
done. We're almost
okay.
done, but we're not quite done yet.
I gotta go.
Yeah, I know you. I know you got shit to do, but just give me a second, okay?
Okay.
At the end, what we do is we do a thing called unhelpful advice.
Okay.
And it's an email from one of our fans, our listeners, and we try to give them advice, and then we wrap it up. Okay.
But the advice has to be
It
unhelpful.
can be helpful or unhelpful.
It just protects us.
When
in case
I
it's
say
bad.
it, it's unhelpful. That's
Got
why
it.
we call it that.
Okay.
Unhelpful Advice with Bobby, Khalyla, and Lindsay Price.
Second City, right there. Man.
Wow.
I would like to get your opinion. I found an amazing girl and we can talk for hours, and I seem to connect with her so easily. She's also a big fan of TigerBelly. After a couple of days, she messaged me and said she just wants to be friends, mainly because I live in Australia and she is in the States. She said that she would totally go out with me if I lived closer, but she wants us to stop growing our feelings towards each other. I like her enough to know that she is a special one and she is good for me, and I want to keep talking to her. What should I do?
Sounds
Nat
young.
PK.
Long distance.
You're not gonna move for a girl, dumbo.
Good.
Wait,
I-
he's in Australia?
He's in Australia. It's Curtis Stone's brother.
Oh, I was going to say, this sounds familiar.
Is it Curtis Stone's brother?
No. That's a long flight, you guys.
Yes.
That's a
I've
really...
done a long distance relationship with the guy from Australia, Australian Bane, before he
I
wanted
know.
to kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way too long of a flight. Even for me, it was, and it's expensive. And I don't know how it wasn't sustainable for me at all. I mean, we dated probably for a year, and I that was my max. I was like, I can't do this.
But they could, like, communicate, right? Via email and talk on the phone and
FaceTime.
Skype and whatever else. Yeah. And then if it's good enough, someone can move. You can always move. Like like life isn't that permanent.
I'm going to say something that's the most helpful thing. I really believe this, and this is usually my advice is you shouldn't take because it's fucked up. But
Okay.
what I would do is I was like, okay, you want to be friends? Okay, we'll be friends, and just keep it at that, and make a relationship based on friendship, and then she might change. You know what I mean? Her
play the long
feelings.
con, you mean?
I would do long game on the because there's nothing because the only option after that is moving, and that's not a guarantee. In fact, I would feel weirded out if a woman moved from a different country just to see if she wanted to date me. I'm like, no, that's needy and weird and
Yeah, it won't work
intrusive.
out.
Yeah,
Too
there's no
many
way.
expectations.
That's
So-
true, because when I dated that guy, he stayed here for 7 weeks, and I couldn't wait to get him out. Because we had just started seeing each other, and it was still relatively new. And he was like, I got a ticket to go there. And I felt the pressure. And I'm like, well, you're going to be in my house
Yeah.
for 7 weeks. I got to host you. And I don't know you that well. We're still kind of seeing if we even want to go there.
Yeah.
But then that commitment, because he's already flown 17 hours. And I'm like, shit, how do I tell him to pack his bags and go?
Yeah,
You know?
you're gonna fuck it up by being needy. So I just be friends and keep it at that. And if you get something, if it grows into something else, that's cool. But a friendship is cool too. And there's plenty of girls in Australia. You'll find somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it,
There's lots of fish in them.
there's a lot of
Great
fish,
Barrier
man.
Reef.
How old is this kid? Did she say?
No age.
What's his name? PK.
PK.
Yeah, he's 12.
He's 12 years old.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Young love.
Lindsay-
I say go for it.
Lindsay, you want to promote something or no?
Yeah, I want to promote Splitting Up Together.
yeah.
It's an ABC hit.
Comedy?
It's a-
Yeah.
I
it's
can't
a-
even say it without stuttering.
I know.
Smash hit. Splitting Up Together.
It said, what did they? What is the inner email said that it in 10 years? What?
In 10 years,
none of the premiere.
They said that in a lot of years, nothing has rated as well in this time slot. Like, I think it's like 4 years.
Oh.
4 years. Oh, in 10 years, only 3 shows did better. That's what it said.
It was like the premiere of Scrubs.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
The other one.
So I might know you for 5 or 6 years here, or I may never see you again. I may never see you again. You know.
That makes me so sad.
But fuck Oliver Hudson, because since Tuesday night, since Tuesday, I've been fucking texting that motherfucker. Like, great numbers, this and that. And he gave me like, it went well. And that's it. And I texted him a bunch of times. So
you guys have like a text.
He's the worst at texting, and we've had him on the show, and
He admitted it.
He admitted it, and I'm done with him this week.
Yeah.
This week.
But you think, and then we'll wait a year, and then Jenna might do it.
Or
Jenna.
why a whole year?
Yeah, because I love her, and we're very friendly, and I love her. I really do. But I think that
It's reverence. He has like a fear of her.
I have a fear of her, and also I don't have any. The scenes that I have with her are like in a party, or it's never like. So I wasn't able to like hang out with her, just her and I,
know her. Oh.
and get to know her in that way.
Yeah.
Whereas Lindsay and I had a lot of like downtime where we sat around for hours talking.
She's fancy. Like, she's fancier than you and me, though.
She's pretty fucking fancy.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So
What is she on a charcuterie platter? Like fig?
she's like a
Caviar.
Oh, she's a caviar,
Oh my
or like
God.
a dry age, like
Yeah.
some kind of
What
ragu.
are you guys?
I'm the pickle on the corner of the thing that people don't even know to eat.
I think it's just like
Yeah, what is it?
Garnish.
Some
Yeah,
green
garnish.
garnish
Garnish.
bullshit. Yeah.
You're more than garnish.
What are you on it?
I'm like the bread fresh out of the oven.
Yeah.
I'm
Bread's
good.
good.
Like,
That's
you
the
like
best
me
part.
It's good.
a lot, and you can't do it without me.
Right. You can't do
Wow.
But I'm not that like.
Yeah.
I'm not fancy like
like
caviar.
a cheese or anything.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
Well, we're both not fancy.
Yeah.
So-
But honestly, Linz,
Yeah.
that was great, and you should do more podcasts.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't do that well.
You did.
you
You
did.
crushed it. Shut the
She
fuck
should
up.
be a TigerBelly exclusive. No other podcast but ours.
Yeah. In fact,
Oh,
you're
I
not
do
allowed.
that.
Yeah. You're not allowed to do any other.
Is there like a podcast circuit
Yes.
that I can
Yes.
hit?
There
now?
is it really is a circuit.
Much bigger than ours.
Much bigger than ours.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
With
we're
massive
not
following.
we're not. This is not the bottom though. This is
No.
upper mid.
Yeah.
Right.
This is upper mid.
Yeah, on the charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
On the
what are we?
platter. Where are we?
Gorgonzola cheese.
Oh, really?
And gorgonzola. We
higher?
gotta do better than gorgonzola.
Local salami.
Local salami. Yeah, we're local
Yeah,
salami.
yeah.
We're local salami.
Prosciutto? Okay.
Prosciutto. Delicious.
Shut up, man.
Okay, I like prosciutto.
You fucking.
Or like an Iberico. Not a Serrano, a jamon Iberico.
Oh,
A
very
little, just a
specific.
touch
Higher.
higher. Than
Round of applause for Lindsay Price, everybody!
Does Bobby have any shows?
Yes, Bobby will be at the Denver Comedy Works mid-April. Go to BobbyLeeLive.com.
And does Lindsay Price have any stand-up shows?
Lindsay Price will never do that.
Really?
Oh my god, it's my
But
worst
follow her on
nightmare.
Instagram and fucking Twitter, man.
Do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, get her all on all that. All right, I love you, and thank you so much for being here. Okay.
Thank you.
Make sure you follow TigerBelly on Instagram at TigerBelly, on Twitter at TheTigerBelly, and email us any questions at thetigerbelly@gmail.com. Have a good day, guys. Bye.